There was a period of time, decades ago, in which the engineering research and development and learning that went on in universities was most of the time ahead of what was going on in industry. The world today is upside down. Industry is moving at lightning speed. The problems that are challenged to engineers by industry today are stunningly complex. The next generation engineer, they want to make the world better. They will surprise us with what they can do. When we ask bright, well-prepared students who didn't go into engineering, why did you decide not to go into engineering? The answer used to be, because I wanted to go into a field where I could help people.
As a global technology company, we rely heavily on engineers to be able to lead and innovate. In any given week, our engineers may be working with people in 10 different countries, sometimes 7 different time zones. They have to have very deep technical skills. They also need strong communications, collaboration, and cultural awareness skills in order to innovate and lead in the global marketplace.
The public messages and understanding of engineering really done a very good job helping people understand how it is that engineers make a difference in the world, how they help and do good, if you will.
Today's kids, I find, are actually very altruistic.
Even when I was younger, I've always been really interested in the humanities and how people interact with each other.
I'm really passionate about providing clean water for people, because I know that's one of the problems that I've seen in smaller towns back home.
And so if there's a way to take that user approach and the language and the engineering and say, is there something that we can do to help you with this process? Is there something we can do to make this better and more lasting?
The first step in dealing with these kinds of complex problems is learning how to talk to people and learning how to respect people with a different viewpoint and learning how to work with people in different parts of the world.
You've got to have collaboration skills. You're going to be working with many engineers of really a diverse technical background and a diverse cultural background.
The good news is that there are a number of universities who are now looking at teaching engineering in a more multidisciplinary or holistic way, you might say. So they're blending both the technical with the other leadership skills that are needed. We have been partnering specifically with Olin College, who is actually a model of that sort of teaching. But we're also working with the University of Illinois and with MIT and with the University of Texas and talking to many other universities. So more and more the engineering schools are evolving to this kind of education.
By sowing the seeds of the skills and the capabilities and the attitudes that are inherent in a leader in our students. We are creating students who are going to emerge in 5 or 10 years as really very capable leaders of our industrial infrastructure.
When you run an engineering project in industry, it's not enough to have a good idea. You need to convince other people that that's a good idea. You need to get a budget for it. You need to find customers for it. You need to make it real.
The collaboration that we need on products today is much higher than it's ever been historically. So it's a different skill set that we need out of schools.
Getting that exposure to teamwork was great for setting me up to come over here and work, because the projects that we do here at AMD, they're not something that a single person can just go out and spend a year doing and then complete something meaningful.
Everybody's trying hard to partner with forward-looking companies like AMD to give these experiences to their students.
AMD has been an inspiration to us because of its understanding of the nature of this problem and their willingness to make it a priority.
I think their effort with the National Academy of Engineering to identify what are successful practices in doing this and to publicize those efforts is helping people understand what it is that has to be done.
The next generation engineer has got to be much more culturally aware and literate of how the modern world works. They have to be able to adapt to very fast-paced industry, and they have to be very technically good, and they have to keep up to date through their entire career. It's a big bill of goods, but this is an idealistic generation. If we give them what they need, they will surprise us with what they can do.